All right. Well, I'm getting ready to vacuum my car out. So I'm out here getting ready to vacuum my car out. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes to respond or to make a reaction to a video by Hank Green, where he said he needs 1% of Georgia to watch the video or something like that. And I'm going to put a link to the video down in my comments for context so that you can go watch his video. But the purpose of his video, in essence, is to encourage you, if you are a registered voter, to go out now. It's early voting now, and cast your ballot for the Public Service Commission. This election, the actual election is in November, of course, but it's one of those smaller elections and where fewer people tend to show up. So you need to know the importance of why you need to get out there now so you can make your time. I'm not one who thinks you should wait until the day of to go in and try to vote and wait and stand in the line, unless you just like all that excitement. Go ahead and do the early voting. Get out there and vote for the candidates for the Public Service Commission. Okay, so why does this matter? Why is this election important? I'm going to position it, like I said, I want you to go and watch his video. But basically, we know that currently, or if you don't know, currently, the regulators that make his video talks about how power companies operate in environments such as Georgia, where the government doesn't own the electricity company itself. Georgia's different from like Tennessee, where they have the Tennessee Valley Authority. So like I said, you're gonna need to go watch that for yourself. But basically, what's important to know is that there's a monopoly on power, primarily in the state of Georgia, but power companies are regulated. They can't just willy-nilly just do whatever they want. They have to work in a way that's in the best interest of the public. And so that is the purpose of the Public Service Commission, to serve as a regulatory or a balancing agency or group to help make sure that what's in the best interest of the economy is kept in mind, alongside what's in the best interest of the Georgia citizens or consumers. Now, why is this important? Okay, technology is a big deal, right? Our needs for internet access, data, it's grown. Think about how much it's grown over the past 10 to 15 years, right? Think about your needs based on how much you use a smartphone today compared to how much you did 10 years ago. Well, you can only imagine what the requirements are going to be like 10 years from now, right? Add to that AI and the increased computational needs to support artificial intelligence. I have a very basic video that I'm putting on my channel, my business channel, that's going to be talking about AI, just an overview of it, but just general. But the computational requirements to support AI are astonishing. Okay, think if you were around when technology first, started becoming a household type of thing, even when businesses really started using the internet and stuff, things were a lot slower. You had a lot less storage space. Speeds were slower. You remember dial-up. You remember all floppy disks, hard disks, all this. We progressed a whole lot, right? And so data centers provide computing capacity. Let's just call it computing capacity. That is going to be needed for now, but also to support not just, let me just say that about the data centers are going to be needed to support our increased needs for requirements for artificial intelligence. So we have the the needs of electricity for the community, whatever those projections are in terms of consumption for people, just regular usage for their house, those are things that the power companies have to consider, and the regulators have to consider in supporting their desire for expansion, which requires funding, which is going to affect our pocketbooks, which is why you need to get out and make a vote, because we have we're going to have an increased need of computing power to support these data centers, and Georgia is wanting to be a home base for a lot of data centers and stuff, but they require a whole lot of power. They don't employ a lot of people, which is why this having balanced representation on this commission is so important, to factor that in. While these data centers and stuff will be coming in and they may generate revenue, but the revenue is for who, and who is going to benefit ultimately. Will jobs come from it? So very important to do not delay. Early voting started yesterday for the Georgia Public Service Commission. So just going out there, it took me less than 5 minutes to get in there, to walk through the door, to walk down the hall, to give them my identification, and to cast my ballot and to walk out the door. I can say it took me 5 minutes. So take 5 minutes of your time to go out and do it now, so that you don't have, forget about it, whatever day in November it is that you're supposed to do the voting and come down, because this is one of those elections that's a small election. Very few people are showing up. Very few people show up to vote in general nowadays, even for major elections. Think about how many people sat out of the presidential election. Well, historically, elections like this don't get a lot of fanfare. People don't keep track of it. They don't know how important it is, and it's one of those things that you may feel that you can let slide, but this is not one that you can let slide, because the current commission is a fully Republican group, and there needs to be balance on the commission. There needs to be balance on the commission. And so this year there's the opportunity to vote for either the Republican incumbents or a Democratic candidate. Get informed, get further informed. Like I said, look at that video that I have referenced and I'm putting in the bottom. Look at this video so that you can fully understand how all this works, and then go in early to cast your ballot, because it makes a difference. It's going to make a difference in your pocketbook over the next few years. I don't know about you, but I support investments, but they need to be shrewd investments, especially if anything is going to cause my power bill to go up. And it's going to cause everybody's power bill to go up. So definitely go out there, take a look at this video, and get out there and vote. All right? Take care. Bye.